by a 3. Holla at your boy. Again.
Live from the atrium inside Fiserv Forum, here's Brian D.
8 years ago tonight, the Marquette Golden Eagles pulled off what our first guest called the greatest regular season victory in the history of the program. Joining us now, Brian D. and Matt Yazel, off the top of Marquette College Gameday, is the voice of the Marquette Golden Eagles, Steve the Homer True. Hi, Homer.
Yeah, they beat the #1 team in the country and then also the defending national champions.
What do you remember most about that game?
That.
Nothing else?
No, they were behind most
of
the game. I remember it as the greatest regular season game ever. Ever is a long time. I checked.
Have I ever told you what I did that night?
I don't. You may have, but I forgot, so say it again.
I left the game at halftime. I left at halftime. I never do that. My wife and I are season ticket holders.
Because they were down by about
20,
16, something
16
like
or
that,
20, and this is where the story gets a little sad. My grandfather passed away that night. I got word of that during the first half. Marquette was down 20, and I'm like, I don't need to be here. I got to go home.
Yes, you should have gone home.
I go back to my my girlfriend at the time, now my wife's apartment, watch them storm back. It was unbelievable. I get to my grandfather's funeral and find out for the last 3 or 4 weeks of his life, he was drinking blackberry brandy out of a Marquette grandpa mug. He was exclusively drinking that for the last couple weeks of his life, and that was my story of Marquette Villanova. But everybody's got
blackberry.
Tell me why I'm not.
No, if I had that as part of the memory, I would have never forgotten that.
It's too specific for me to make up. Homer joins us here on Marquette College Gameday. If you want to go to Ireland with Homer, August 9th through the 18th, courtesy of Colette Travel, text Homer right now, 800-990-3776. We'll send you all the information. How excited are you for that trip, Homer?
It's good. Fun. Everybody's all just excited thinking they're going to meet my wife. So that's like, hey, it's going to be fantastic. They don't clearly care about me, but man, I want to talk to your wife. She must be a saint. No, she's the luckiest woman in the world. That's my version, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, and then everybody can come by on February 2nd, Sunday at Maddie's Bar and Grill at 5 o'clock as Colette. They'll have all the information, and we'll be there to talk about it. But, yeah, it should be fun. I've never been to Ireland. I played tennis in northern England, Newcastle upon Tyne. I remember the city. But so it should be fun, and looking forward to it. Yeah, 9 days from the, 9th through the 18th?
9th through the 18th.
Yeah, and so just as you said, you just text Homer at 1-800-990-3776 or show up on Sunday, the 2nd of February at 5 o'clock at Maddie's Bar and Grill.
I think the fans are excited to share a pint or two of Guinness with you, too.
Absolutely.
Not just hang out with you and your wife.
Now let's be accurate. They've been mentioned about this distillery that we can have some whiskey.
There you go. That's
two. That works, too.
Yeah, they say 1 or 2. I think it'd probably be 3 or 4. But
probably.
Yeah, I mean, they do a great job, and they pick all the great places, and you don't have to do anything. They set everything up, and basically you just got to show up and have a good time. So.
All right, Homer.
Awesome.
Marquette's beat Villanova 7 times in a row. We talked about it before the show today. How kind of wild is that to think about?
Coach has never beaten.
Yeah.
He's 0-5.
Just thinking back a few years ago, how great this program was, the success they had. I mean, how quick of a turnaround it can happen, or how quick things can turn around in college basketball.
Well, it's always been about coaches.
Yeah.
Jay Wright was legendary, and then he leaves, and the surprising is that they won the last 2 against him. But, just like following Al McGuire. And, Marquette has attempted and done pretty well, but it's never the same because Jay Wright was special, and for whatever reason he chose to move on, and maybe it was the nature of the way college basketball was going and what was necessary. But I don't know. All I know is Jay Wright made Villanova, and it's always that case. The coach makes the school. Because, Villanova was fine. Now, maybe Raleigh Massimino did when you win a national championship. But the standard that Jay Wright had set was off the charts, similar to what's happened at UConn. You win back-to-back championships, you're in forever.
100%.
Yeah. Yes. So,
100%.
And they're struggling now because they don't have Jay Wright. And UConn will struggle when crazy guy leaves whenever he leaves.
And he does have a wire crossed. You can see he's yelling at refs and He did
Well,
that
no,
earlier
he
this
doesn't
week.
know what to do because his team, everybody likes the players, but they just don't defend by the standard that he holds. And, yeah, he can't accept it. And but, you know, to win one title, to win back-to-back, that's off the charts.
Yep.
And, yes, but right now he's he's in a crazy.
upset.
He's in a crazy mode. No, he doesn't know what to do. What do? I get mad at the refs, and they get. I mean, there's always something.
Have you ever, Homer, seen a coach say, "Don't effing turn your back on me" to a referee?
Yeah. No. Well, no. He was out of control, and now he's really out because apparently he also said, "You know, I'm the best coach in the country," or something like that.
Which, I mean, he is.
It is, but you don't have to say it.
Right.
The whole point is you say that when you're trying to impress someone. Like, you know, I don't know. I think that he reminds me a little bit of Kevin O'Neill in that he likes a fight. Yeah. And if there's no fight, he's going to create one. He's created fights like with his own players, with the other team, with whoever. I mean, and I think the frustration is it's not working. So he's created all these fights, and they're still just not good enough for him. And everybody talks about how everybody loves the players and everything like that. Now he's got to be mad at them. I mean, everybody likes him, but they don't defend. And so his challenge is, and that somebody can follow, is what is he going to get mad at next?
Yes.
And the basketball or the bathrooms aren't good.
We're going to get an up-close look 8 days from now when they come to town on National Marquette Day. Next Saturday night they're going to
Yes. And so who knows by then. But, yeah, you'd think if you won back-to-back titles, you wouldn't be mad about anything.
You could just smile and relax for a day.
Yes. Hey, you know what? We're not going to win 3 in a row. They're not – and he can say whatever he wants, but he knew early on. You know, then it was first it was Hawaii. You had to hate Hawaii. We're never going to Hawaii again.
I would hate Hawaii, too, if I lost 3 games.
Well, and then – but they clearly have problems as a team.
Totally.
Defending, and I think that seems to be what bothers. And that hasn't changed. There's been incredible consistency of this team other than that, and that he's mad, but he's had to find new things. So somebody keep track and send him something. Say, you can get mad at this. Because he's going
He's got a wire crossed.
Yes, he has a wire crossed, but he's done a great job, and they brought in good players. And, I mean, back-to-back national championships is off the charts.
Off the charts, good. Homer with us here on Marquette College Game Day. Marquette taking on Villanova at 6 o'clock tonight inside Fiserv Forum. He will be on the call with Tony Smith in about 50 minutes' time. One more for you, Homer, before we let you go over to the broadcast booth.
Remember, go to Maddie's Barn Grill.
Yes.
5 o'clock on Sunday, February the 2nd, to find out more about the trip to Ireland. They do everything. All you have to do is just be there and enjoy it.
Enjoy yourself.
Have
Sounds
everybody
nice.
meet my wife and go, okay, I have the over-under on 30 of people going, oh, you're just a saint.
I'm taking the way over.
You're just a saint.
That line's way too
They
low.
don't, you know, so that's
Way
fine.
too low.
That's fine.
Homer, what's going on with Cam Jones lately?
He's just not shooting well.
Yeah.
I mean, the numbers were he was below 20% in Big East play prior to the last game. We went 4 of 6. I don't know. He's a good shooter. I'm not a shooting expert.
It was weird to hear Shaka say in his post game that he needs to like massage his temples and just relax, and he's carrying the weight of the world right now from Marquette.
I mean, I do think there's no question that he views himself as a point guard this year. So he's not just a shooter.
Yep.
And I'm sure he looks at it and goes, in the NBA, they're looking at me as what I can do as a point, because that increases by leaps and bounds the interest they have in me, because there's a million people that can shoot. So I think it's possible that he's focused on looking at the floor, other things like that.
Yep.
But yeah, it's the numbers are, and he's not the only one. Everybody's shooting poorly other than Ben Gold.
Yep, that's right.
Seton Hall is not what they once were, as we talked about before we came on here. But do you think Marquette turned a little bit of a corner on Tuesday night?
No.
Including Cam Jones?
No.
You think the struggles are still, they still have more to prove?
Seton Hall is horrible.
They are, yes.
So,
And the building was a quarter full.
Yes. So I'm not worried about Cam Jones. I mean, I know he's going to be able to shoot. So it's not. I mean, I have no idea when they'll turn the corner or when Joplin will have his numbers to be better. Chase Horse. the essence of this team is the defense, and that Chase Ross and Stevie Mitchell and the rest of them just challenge everybody. If you look at their statistics offensively in Big East play, they shouldn't be this good.
Yep.
And they found a way to win because they're just, I've never followed a team like this. They challenge every pass and every dribble. I want to be a coach and say, whoever Stevie Mitchell's guarding, don't let that person dribble, stick him in the corner, and have him run around like 20 screens so that you just tire Stevie Mitchell out. Don't dribble the ball if you're being guarded by Stevie Mitchell.
You know what I noticed it too? It was from Jump Street, Homer, when they played Purdue here. Like the first 10 seconds of that game, you could tell Purdue's in hell. Like
right.
they're going to have a terrible night.
Right, they got a great kid in Braden Smith. Fine. If Stevie Mitchell's guarding him, somebody else brings it up the floor. Tony Smith told me this when they were in the NBA. I don't know if it was Spud Webb or somebody who was so good challenging the dribble that whoever he was guarding didn't bring the ball up the floor.
Yeah.
Because it's and then all the other players that they deflect basic passes to the wing. It's just a pass. If I was playing Marquette, I would check to see that they don't have 7 players on the floor.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem possible.
It's like Chase's athleticism combined with Stevie's tenacity, and they get their hands
Chase
on everything.
now is the rocket because Tony wants him to launch because he can jump so well. So
I've been saying this to anybody that'll listen, Homer. There are 3 human beings that every time I watch them play basketball, they do something that shocks me.
Yeah.
LeBron James,
right.
Giannis, and Chase Ross.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
No, and he doesn't say, like, when Chase Ross would go lay it up and in, Tony would be like, no, you got to launch.
Dunk it.
So the rocket, you better launch. And, and it is the aggressiveness like, somebody will block it. Fine. They know when Chase Ross is going to the basket, the rocket is coming. And you're not going to stop it, so you just have to decide what to do.
The rocket launches tonight against Villanova at 6 o'clock, and the plane launches in mid-August with Homer going to Ireland, courtesy of Colette. Yeah. Go to Maddie's Bar and Grill February 2nd for more information, or text Homer.
1-800-990-3776.
Thanks, Homer. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Homer.
More next. Marquette College Game Day, 94.5 ESPN.
Marquette College Game Day with Brian D. continues after this. 94.5 ESPN is the home of Marquette basketball.
Winning in the NFL comes down to the basics, blocking and tackling. In retirement, protection and income are the keys to success. Simply put, if you're nearing or in retirement, you can't afford a stock market crash. Hi, I'm Mitch Lyons. Having played on winning teams with the Steelers and Falcons, studying game film was a key to success. Now I'm a best-selling author and star in a new groundbreaking documentary film called The Retirement Deception. It unveils how the Wall Street machine has been deceiving us for decades and proves you don't need to risk your nest egg in the market to have the retirement you deserve. This film shows you exactly how to protect your retirement from stock market drops and produce more income than you thought possible. I want you to watch this film for free. Call today for your free copy of The Retirement Deception. I think you would agree 30 to 40 years of saving for retirement is at least worth a phone call to watch this film and see how you can improve your retirement. Call today to speak with an all-pro retirement specialist to get your free copy of The Retirement Deception. Call 855-620-1801. That's 855-620-1801. MitchLyonsWealth.com. Your best game plan to protect, grow, and win retirement.
It started with a prediction.
We'll go out there and play basketball and win.
And how many games?
6.
It became the culture.
Chance of Bucks in 6.
Being a Bucks fan means you live and breathe Bucks in 6. Brandon Jennings created the prophecy. Tune into Behind the Bucks, the story of Brandon Jennings on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and streaming wherever you get your podcasts.
That's for the culture.
Whether you are a local who wants to enjoy a night out or you're planning to visit our great city of Milwaukee, enjoy an artfully stylish experience at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. Hey, maybe you got friends coming in from out of town. St. Kate the Arts Hotel is ideally located in the heart of the theater district in downtown Milwaukee with deluxe accommodations, culinary creativity, on-site art galleries, and nightly live music. You and your friends will enjoy every element of your stay at St. Kate. Learn more and book your stay at stkatearts.com. That's stkatearts.com.
American Family Insurance is a lot like Captain America. He protects the world.
It's just doing my job.
And we help protect your dreams with amazing auto and home coverage. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com. And see Marvel Studios' Captain America: Brave New World.
Suit up. We need to move.
In theaters February 14th. This film is not yet rated.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
You're listening to Marquette College Game Day with Brian D. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart, Cousin Subs, and Marquette Athletics on the home of Marquette basketball, 94.5 ESPN.
Brian D., Matt Yazel, Marquette, Villanova, 6 o'clock right here on 94.5 ESPN. Matt, we could have a point-a-palooza at Faceoff tonight. Two of the nation's top scorers, one for each team, competing on the floor tonight here at Faceoff.
Well, and Eric Dixon in particular for Villanova, he's leading the country by a good margin right now in scoring, almost 25 points per game. And in my view, he's the reason Villanova is a functioning basketball team. I mean, they have had some great moments. Obviously, upset UConn at home a couple weeks ago. But otherwise, they've just not been very good. And the reason they are even close in some of these games is because of how amazing he's been. And Eric Dixon's name that Marquette fans know very well, Big East people know. But he has just excelled this year. He's almost like a stretch four.
Yeah.
He's a
big, thick banger type of dude.
Strong.
He doesn't strike you as a guy that's going to score 30 points a game, but he flirts with it almost every night, almost seemingly because he's the only option that they really have.
Yeah.
But that makes it even more impressive, in my opinion, because he's the only option they have, and he's still scoring.
Yeah, lights out from deep. I mean, he's kind of – I remember my senior year was David Joplin's freshman year. Kind of what I envisioned as, like, the ceiling for David Joplin. Like a guy who can go down low, bang down low, score, post up, but can also shoot lights out from deep. He's kind of, that, 6'8", like stretch four again type of player. And he's going to cause problems tonight for Marquette. But if they can lock him down, I think they can cruise to a win tonight as well. So Villanova's just kind of that wild card team right now.
Who do you think scores more tonight, Cam Jones or Eric Dixon?
I got to go Dixon. Yeah. I think Dixon's scoring 20-plus easily, even in games they're not in sometimes. And Cam Jones, I just don't have the confidence in right now, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's just not shooting confidently right now. As Homer just said, he's in a slump. And I'm kind of at the point, Matt, where I just want to see him shoot his way out of it. Like, just volume, shoot your way out until things start falling if you're Cam Jones, so you can remind yourself that you're a damn good basketball player. We will wrap up Marquette College Game Day on the other side and kick it over to Il Cervo with Gabe Neitzel. He's got your network pregame coverage. Homer and Tony on the call with Marquette and Nova at 6 p.m. tonight. This is Marquette College Game Day on 94.5 ESPN.
More Golden Eagles hoops talk coming up on Marquette College Game Day with Brian D. 94.5 ESPN is the home of Marquette basketball.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Kyle Walsh for Universal Windows Direct. Right now, buy 2 windows and get 2 free. There is no limit and no payments for 3 whole years. Restrictions apply. If you already have a price quote, they'll beat it. Schedule your free in-home estimate today.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
The new year is here, and we all know it's the perfect time to hit the reset button. Let's be real, guys. Feeling confident in how you look and feel isn't just for women. That's where Quintessa Aesthetic Center comes in. From now through March 31st, Quintessa is offering exclusive packages to help you start 2025 as a more confident you. Whether it's weight loss plans or even IV therapy, Quintessa has personalized options backed by medical experts to help you look and feel your absolute best. Visit myquintessa.com to learn more. Make 2025 the year you feel confident inside and out.
Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. And it is playoff time, now or never. Don't miss out on the last few weeks of football action with Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching the playoffs. You can now win up to 1,000 times your money on Prize Picks. Prize Picks now offers MasterCard for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. Prize Picks, the best way to win real money this football season. Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports opinions into real money. Download the app today. Use code WI. You get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, download the app today and use code WI to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Wisconsin is still cattle country. And that's why Bunzel's chose to stay close to home to hand select the finest beef. Quality goes into everything they do, from Bunzel's expansive array of meats, homemade specialty sausages, and their award-winning beef jerky. It just isn't a proper holiday meal without Bunzel's top quality cuts on the dinner table. Tasting is believing. Visit Bunzel's at 90th and Burleigh or bunzels.com.
Even when you think you know what's going on.
Craig, you don't pay us to be cheerleaders. There's plenty other shows that do that, okay? You know what you pay us to do? Be right.
You can never be too sure.
Chewy, buddy, hold back. I was with you, then you went a little too far.
Drop that.
Packers, nonsense, chaos.
I pay you all to entertain, which you do all the time, and you do a fantastic job.
Did you? Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, morning 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, and available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand. This is Marquette College Game Day with Brian D. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart, Cousin Subs, and Marquette Athletics on the home of Marquette basketball, 94.5 ESPN.
Another sellout inside Fiserv Forum as the Marquette Golden Eagles getting ready to take on Villanova at 6 o'clock. Homer and Tony Smith on the call. Keep it locked right here. 94.5 ESPN. Brian Z, Matt Yezel wrapping up Marquette College Game Day. We've talked about it all show, Matt. Cam Jones is slumping right now. He just doesn't look like himself scoring the basketball. But still, we have to remember he's one of the most prolific scorers in the history of Marquette basketball. After this week's performance and win over Seton Hall, he passed Travis Diener, Butch Lee, and Dominique James. In the last couple weeks, Lee and James on Tuesday night of this week. Tonight, 20 points, he could pass George Thompson. That would be an unbelievable mark. George Thompson was the leading scorer at Marquette for like 20 years before Lazar Hayward and Jarrell McNeil took him down. Then, of course, Marcus Howard went absolutely
blew
nuclear.
Everyone out of the water.
And
yeah.
I don't know that anybody's ever touching their record, but how high do you think Cam Jones can go, not just tonight, but in his Marquette career with the 10 or 15 or 20 remaining games he has?
You know, if you asked me this a few weeks ago, I would say he could push that 2,000 number.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not quite as confident about that now, but like you said, he could score 35 points tonight and suddenly we're right back to, okay, he can go on a run and contend for Big East Player of the Year against, again, Eric Dixon, who we're going to see tonight.
I still think he is the leader in the clubhouse for Big East Player of the Year. Like, he hasn't been scoring, but he's been playing well.
Right, yeah,
so,
to be clear, that's not
he's been holistically
here.
playing well, assisting the basketball, rebounding. Yeah. He's been fine. I think he's still in the lead, but it's slipping a little bit.
Right, I hope fans listening know, when we're criticizing or when we're analyzing, he's still a very valuable player on this team, 100%. Just like Stevie Mitchell and Chase Ross, when they score 3 or 5 points, are still contributing a ton to the court. But I think that award is, in a lot of ways, a stats-based award. And when you lead the country in scoring, it's hard to argue with that. But Cam Jones brings a lot more to the floor than Dixon does.
As it stands, Cam Jones is 241 points behind Jarrell McNeil for second all-time. Nobody's touching Marcus. Marcus Howard, 2,761 points. That might be an untouchable, like, Lou Gehrig, Cal Ripken record.
Big East Conference record.
Cam can get second. They've got 12 Big East games left. Hopefully 3 in the the Big East tournament, and then a crapshoot from there, right? But you're guaranteed probably 14 more. So you got to be on 20-point pace to get to second right now for Cam Jones, which is not a conversation I expected to be happening at this juncture of the season.
100%. He can do it. But we're going to need to start seeing him turn a corner pretty soon here. Again, Tuesday, I think, was a start. Certainly shot the ball better against a pretty terrible team in Seton Hall, to be frank.
Seton Hall sucks. Let's be honest.
We got to see him turn a corner tonight and moving forward. UConn coming to town next week. Let's see primetime Cam Jones next Saturday night. That's what I want.
Again, if you're watching for history tonight, Cam Jones needs 20 points to pass George Thompson, the legend, for 4th all-time in Marquette, scoring 241 away from 2nd place all-time. And nobody is touching Marcus Howard, but little history on tap potentially for Cam Jones. Tonight, 20 points against Villanova will get him to number 4 all-time. For Matt Yazel and for our producer, Chris Larson, thanks for hanging out with us. This has been Marquette College Game Day on 94.5 ESPN. We are back with you for the next Marquette home game. It's going to be a big one. Next Saturday night, National Marquette Day against the UConn Huskies. What will Dan Hurley be angry about then? Gabe Neitzel, next. Marquette basketball, next as well.
Who's looking for a deal? Well, Cousin Subs has a better deal just for you. Cousin's new $10 meal deals are now available online only. Choose between